Hello and welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's United Church of Christ in Weldon, Spring, Missouri. This is my weekly video blog on what I'm thinking on Thursdays. We're approaching Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is July 20th. It is the sixth Sunday after Pentecost. And the passage for this coming Sunday is Luke 10, verses 38 through 42. This is the story of Mary and Martha. If you're not familiar with the story of Mary and Martha, Martha invites Jesus into her home. While Jesus is there, Martha is going around the house, getting everything together, working like crazy, making sure everything's taken care of, while her sister Mary sits at Jesus' feet just listening. And Martha gets very upset and tells Jesus, tell Mary to help me. She's doing nothing but sitting there. And then Jesus tells Martha that Mary is doing the better thing by sitting and listening while he is there. So you have Martha, the doer, and Mary, the listener. And you've probably heard this before. Maybe you've heard that people either classify themselves as a Mary or a Martha. In my experience, the church has many more Marthas than it does Marys. We have a lot of doers, people who like to serve by doing and keeping busy. Most men, in my experience, are Marthas. And there's a bunch of online quizzes that you can take to see if you're a Mary or a Martha. Most people are some of both, but most people either lean towards a doer or lean more towards a listener, lean more towards Martha, lean more towards Mary. So you may be some of both, but you're probably not perfectly down the middle. You probably lean one way or another. So it's got me thinking this week about the different hats that we wear. Thinking about Martha in particular and how she needs to keep herself busy. And I think a lot of people do identify with Martha and that their busyness can distract them from just listening and being with Jesus and spending time with Jesus. And a lot of people wear different hats. And so I've been thinking about the different hats that we wear, the roles that we take on, the tasks that we have to do. So you may have heard that I'm borrowing a bunch of hats from a bunch of people, and I'm going to be displaying hats throughout the sanctuary and on the chancel as kind of decorations to kind of illustrate the many roles and tasks that we take on. Pastors don't really have hats. I'm not a Catholic cardinal or an Episcopal bishop, so I don't have one of those funny, tall, extravagant hats. When I was in college, I think my favorite hat of all time was this leather fedora that a friend got me for a graduation gift. So it was actually in college when I had it. It was a little nicer than this. But because it was leather, it got wet and it just kind of fell apart, and it's unfortunate, but I loved that hat and I wore it a lot. So that's what I'm thinking as we're coming up on Sunday. So comment below. Are you a Mary or are you a Martha? Do you identify more with Mary? Do you identify more with Martha? Or what is your favorite hat of all time? Comment below and let me know. Make sure you join us for worship Sunday morning in person and see all the hats that we've collected in the sanctuary. You can worship with us 10 a.m. and you can also worship right here. If you can't be here in person, you can always worship here online and on Facebook. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.